Week 13 of the National Football League. And front and center is McCole Hardman. He rises when it matters most as he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Giants and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Brandon Gardner alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Giants in our ball game here. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up. And then when they present themselves,
here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They start the drive with Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to connect with Dotson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, You know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
No gain on the play there, second down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out in the tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. On second down, Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Throwing, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this one's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll run for it with Barkley. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here punting, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 61 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
They'll try the middle with Cook. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And they're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was all bad. The defender making that tackle for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson under pressure. They got him again. Azeez Ojulari. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Complete to Likely on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Jones now on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Scoring somewhere. 3-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
From the 27, Wilson. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On second down, here's Barkley, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-7. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now Wilson on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Wilson's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Wilson. This pass hauled in by Dotson. Offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Jones, a final shot before break. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he is. I don't know when that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones completes it to Hardman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. And you name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Washington.
James Cook with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game. One of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, Jones. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 49-yard line. Back to throw, Jones. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 15-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Here's Wilson.
Out left to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Azeez Ojulari
getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing Jones. He's got a man complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Looking to throw. Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down.
And now here's another interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Second and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson setting up the screen for Cook.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
7 yards there and a first down. Wilson.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
Again, Wilson.
And he finds McLaurin on the move past the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
The point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Skin to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been